What's up again? All right, so Jennifer Sherman here. Hopefully you saw my first video where I spoke about getting a routine to go to bed. So if you listen to it and are implementing it, please let me know how it's going. It's great to have a community and to talk about these things. If you have questions or concerns about specific things that are happening, jot it down, send me a message on YouTube, and hopefully I can answer it. So this one, again, just a little bit about me. I teach human development for several different universities and colleges. So I have several clients that I work with to help them with their young children and relationships, but I also teach for different major corporations. So if you don't have a corporation that can pay to have me come out and teach different things, I just wanted to get some free content out there for families like us that live all around the country and might need some assistance. So, drinking my morning tea. It's called mate. So I drink it in the morning and I'm getting ready to teach Spanish, and I have to come up with the Spanish final, midterm. Anyway, beside all that, I'll come up with that in a little bit. Today, what I wanted to talk to you about, which was the step after creating a bedtime routine. So once you create that nighttime routine, get a time that's right for you. So again, I always use 7 o'clock, but by 7 o'clock at night, I hit I would say I punched my mommy time card, and I could not work anymore as a mom. I was exhausted. I was at my end. So 7 o'clock, perfect time for me. My kids would go to bed at 7, wake up around anywhere from 6 to 7. You want them to get 11, 12 hours of sleep. They're also napping during the day. So that's where we're headed to do. The better they nap during the day, the better they're going to sleep at night. Again, we're discussing babies from about 5 months to a year. And when they're about 5 months, usually around 4 months, actually, they can get a pretty good solid routine. So around 5 months, you're looking at 2 naps during the day. I'm going to share with you what worked for me, what I did for the preschools that I worked for, what I did as a director of a preschool, and for my own personal 3 children and all the clients that I've helped, these schedules that work best. Your babies will wake up usually early in the morning. So again, if you're a night owl and maybe you're not putting your child to bed till 10 o'clock at night, but they sleep till 10 in the morning, you're adjusting your schedule differently. So this is for the majority of us who put our kids to bed around 7 o'clock or 8, and the kids wake up around 6 or 7. At 5 months, you're looking at 2 naps during the day. So you get 12 hours of sleep at night, give or take a little bit. And then you need about 3 to 4 hours of nap time during the day. Again, the better schedule your child has, the easier it is for your child to adjust, but also for you to know what to expect. That's important. Knowing what's coming next is really important and helpful for all of us, for everybody who's surrounding you. It's also easier if you have a set routine for somebody to come in and help you. Remember that you don't have to be perfect all the time, and that if somebody's willing to offer help, say, yes, please, thank you. I would like to take a break. That's okay. Go get your nails done. Go get a massage. Go walk to the grocery store up and down the aisles. I mean, even that's a break. I get it. Unless you need to feed your child. Breastfeeding could be a different story. But we'll talk about that another day with how to make sure you're on a routine while breastfeeding. For today, your nap schedule for your child up to 1 year. The sooner you can get them on a solid daily routine, the easier it is for your child, okay? You don't want them falling asleep at the table. Sometimes it happens, and again, it's really cute when it happens sometimes. But if that's a normal reoccurrence and your child is unable to regulate their body and understand and trust you that there's a specific time that they're going to get to sleep, you are going to create that comfort for them. Babies, when they're nap time, if they're waking up around 6 in the morning or 7, they usually have to go down for a nap around 9 or 9:30. So if they wake up at 6, maybe they're going down for a nap at 9. If they wake up at 7, maybe their nap is closer to 9:30. And again, you don't need to give them a bath. It's not the nighttime routine. It's a simple nap time, okay? So you kiss them, you talk to them. By the time you need like 10, 15 minutes before you put them down for a nap, everything calms down a little bit more. Your voice gets a little bit quieter. Your movements, your actions get a little bit quieter. You want to be home. You want to be or in the usual place that they nap. You don't want to be in the car, if you can help it, around nap time, because then if they fall asleep too early, well, we all know what happens. It messes up their entire nap. So try to make sure that you're home during, like, before that time. What I always tell people to do, if possible, try to schedule doctor's appointments or going to the grocery store anytime between their naps or after their second nap. This way, you're at home and they're able to get consistent nap times each day. So you want them to take a nap about 9 o'clock to 10:30, or maybe 9:30 to 10:30. Okay, it's a shorter nap in the morning because they just woke up a couple hours ago. They don't really need too much of a nap. You don't necessarily have to worry about being so quiet around the house during nap time. If you have several kids, like I do, you'll find that as you have more kids, it gets progressively louder and your children are still able to sleep. Excuse me. So you don't want to have to worry about, oh no, I can't vacuum while they're sleeping. You can still get some of those chores done, or you can just put your feet up and relax like you should because you deserve it. So the first nap is usually 9 to 10:30 or 9:30 to 10:30. It's a shorter nap. You don't want it too short. They do need the hours, okay? They need that time. The second nap, and again, this is up to 1 year because they still need 2 naps during the day. The second nap time is then from about 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. That's going to be a longer nap. Most days your kids will nap that long. There are some of those days where you're like, my child won't nap and I need a break. Totally understand. Those days will happen. It's like us. We don't always sleep perfectly all night long. Some nights we wake up and we're up. So it's the same kind of thing for them. But that consistency is key. So creating that schedule, you want to keep them awake during the awake times. I've heard a couple different groups out there on Facebook that are like, my child needs a cat nap for 20 minutes or so. I've never read that in my research. You are literally training your child to only sleep for 20 minutes at a time. That is not how you train a kid. You can train your child to sleep. Some children don't sleep that well, and that's just how they are functioning. But I will tell you, the majority of children actually do, and it's up to you to provide that structure for your kid. Your child is relying on you for that structure. You are already doing an amazing thing by listening to me and trying this out on your own. Remember, it doesn't change in a day. It'll take a couple days, but your child is young. They are flexible. They will be able to understand the schedule. So let's review. Your child needs that nighttime. 7 o'clock at night, maybe 7:30 for you, just depends. And then they sleep the 12 hours. Okay, have a friend that you can do this with, or watch these videos when you put them down. One of the best pieces of advice I got from my mom after I had my first child, she said, don't run to your kid as soon as he cries. Take a couple seconds. Let them learn to calm themselves down. That's very important. It's an important behavior. She said in the middle of the night when they cry, you just slowly walk to them. Don't run to them. They'll be okay. So we'll talk about the nighttime stuff and getting them to sleep all night. But for right now, most important thing is getting that structure and the daytime sleeping. If you get that daytime sleeping pattern down, their nighttime sleeping is actually going to be more structured and better for them. So it's a win-win for all of us. Again, if you have any questions, if you have any concerns, if you don't like me, it's okay. You don't have to watch me. There's billions of other people out there. But again, I get my stuff from all my research and my background in education. but also, what did my grandmother do? What did my great-grandmother do? Would they allow that type of behavior? If the answer was no, then I'm not allowing that in my household. And we didn't have monitors. I didn't use monitors for my kids because guess what? I could hear them cry from around the room, and they're okay. So I'm here because I don't like excuses. If you're ready to make a change, if you're struggling and you know you need to make a change, I'm here to support you. If you're not ready to change your behavior yet because you don't think that you can yet, that's okay. It takes time. And maybe for your first child or your second child, you're not ready. But maybe the next time you have a child, you'll be ready to try something new. I'm here to support you. Email me if you got any questions. Post something down below. And I look forward to our journey together. Have a good one.